All right, we are live. Truth be told, episode 21, No Mercy, Trap New York shit. Here with my bro Peso. Y'all know how we do, man. We have Chicago battle rap legend, somebody who I rock with heavy, who always been solid, always been A1. We done did great business. And he's just an overall good person, man. You feel what I'm saying? We got Big Kannon here. Big Kannon, what's up,
Man, what's poppin'? I appreciate the love with the interview, man. Shouts out to No Mercy, Peso. I appreciate being a part of the show.
You already. Real quick, let me get a plug in real quick. Shout out to my man Crutch Calhoun, my man Trav, Roselle USA, you know what I mean? Go to roselleusa.com, ROSELLE USA.com, support black business. All right, go ahead.
All right, man. Big Kannon, man, you're one of the battlers in this shit that has had like a hell of a career. And you've always shown up. You've never been anything less than A1, at least from what I've seen. Like, it might have been one or two times where you might have had a hiccup, but aside from that, you always deliver when you step on that stage, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I stand firm by if you getting paid to come do a job, that's how you should handle that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a job. And I stand steadfast in my thing, man, of, always giving the people, what they deserve.
Okay. So let me ask you, for someone like you who's been in this so long, what would you say is like the best thing about your journey through battle rap? Like, what would you say you've got out of it?
I've connected and made friendships with some amazing people. The connections that I've been able to make, even being able to travel the world off of my talent, you know what I mean? I think that's one of the biggest things, man, bro. I'm from Chicago. I'm from the south side of Chicago. I'm from the Roseland area, you know what I'm saying, in Chicago, bro. And not a lot of people in my spot had the opportunities to do the things that I've been able to do. So if I'm a nigga that I was 9 years old on the block rapping with the old heads, trying to show that, hey, man, my little 9-year-old ass, I could rap. I was trash, but I could rap, you know what I'm saying? And just, they always used to say, you keep going, you're gonna be good. That used to piss me off because I'm like, shit, I ain't good yet. But, I used to always say, you know what I mean, I'm gonna do my thing. And to know that 9 years old rapping on a block made me go all the way to Canada, to London, to MTV, BET, all of that stuff, man, that's something that not a lot of people can say. So anything I could take away from it, man, is the opportunities that I've had.
Okay. So let me ask you this, man. You hit me recently and you told me you had a song you was putting out.
Yeah.
Dear Battle Rap. And I had the pleasure of hearing it early. I thought it was a great record. I felt like it was something that the culture needed to hear because aside from, and this is what I took from it, right? Aside from you just speaking on it from your perspective, I feel like you echoed the sentiments of people like me, people like Peso, just with how political the game has gotten, how goofball and clownish that the game has gotten, like, and you also touched on, some other personal stuff. So let's start with the more, I want to say, worldly stuff, just in terms of battle rap itself and how political it's gotten. Like, why do you feel like the game is where it's at in terms of politics?
Well, like, as much as I hate it, I hate the fact that the game, within the last couple of years, I say even in the last, like, maybe honestly about 6-7 years, man, it's been at a spot of, you know, the politics run the game. But I understand that it's a necessary evil, like, because with what's going on, you know, in the game, man, it's so oversaturated. The game is so saturated to the point where it's so many leagues now. It's, you know, it's so many battle rappers. You know, it's a lot. It's very diluted. You know what I'm saying? It's very diluted when it comes to, you know, how accessible battle rap has come. You know, when we first started, you know, when I first started, it wasn't really that many leagues. You had either Grind Time, Smack, KLTD, and Don't Flop. You know what I mean? Was the main like four that, you know, was the platforms to really get yourself out there. And with those four platforms, you know, it was more controlled at that time. Like, everything was more controlled, and you could really work with whoever. You know what I'm saying? Battle rap has exploded now. You know, battle rap has exploded now to the point where, you know, you can go outside and just say, hey, I got a camera and I'm on Backyard Boogie Battle League. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So by being on Backyard Boogie Battle League, you know, there could be some talent that comes from that. You know what I'm saying? And that talent wants to get to the RBEs, the, you know, the traps, the, you know, the We Go Hards, the smacks, the, you know, the guerrilla warfares, all of that. Like, they want to get there. So when they do get there, you know, at these bigger leagues, you figure that, all right, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna let them, you know, keep going back? And then that's how you get all of the backhanded backstage bullshit and niggas doing all of this extra shit. So I understand that it's necessary. It's just unfortunate because it really doesn't do much for the artist or the fans, because they're potential matchups that they'll never see.
Well, let me tap in on that, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel like a big part of that is the battlers' fault. I think somewhere along the way, the battlers lost control of their own careers to where they feel like they need the leagues more than the leagues need them. And when that happens, then the politics can come into play, because now as battlers, you all can be leveraged. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't like that in the beginning. Like, you couldn't put a contract in front of T-Rex. You couldn't put a contract in front of Charlie Clips, Hitman Holla, Averb, Midwest Miles. None of these dudes. You couldn't. They throw that shit in your face and laugh at you if you even try to present them with a contract to say you can only battle here. But somewhere along the way, battlers forgot how much power they had and ended up falling prey to the leagues, to where now they feel like they need the leagues more than the leagues need them.
And, you know, I don't disagree with you with that, you know what I'm saying? But it's a reason for that. The reason for that is these guys that every name that you just mentioned, they were here from the Genesis. Like, they were here from the Genesis. They had their own, you know what I'm saying, brand that yes, they were Smack battlers, or they battled on Smack, but people knew Midwest Miles. They knew these individuals ahead of time. When you come to the game now, you know, if you're somebody like, and I'm not using him like for any like disrespect or anything, but you got somebody like Mike P. You know, Mike P came from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Came from, you know, the trap, I believe. Am I wrong to say he was in the trap first? Was that one of the?
He definitely got his spark from here. He was with E&J first, but
Well,
the
yeah,
platform
I
that
remember
propelled
that. Yeah,
his
that's when he
career
got,
was with us.
yeah, when he got punched. You know what I'm saying? It was the E&J joint. Man, I ain't saying that on that. I ain't saying that.
Well, he just threw it out there.
I mean, you know, but no, I remember that's the one he got punched, and then from there, you know what I'm saying, I know that the trap was where, you know what I'm saying, he was getting, you know, traction or whatever. So when you come to where you're virtually unknown, and then you are known if you get this one smack battle, and you get this smack battle and it changes your life, then you are subjected to the leagues, because at
But
that
that
point
goes back to what I just said. Not to cut you off, that goes back to what I just said. You allowing the league to make you. Like, whatever makes you.
I agree with you.
Whatever makes you, it can break you. Period.
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
I fully agree with you. Like, I'm not saying, you know, my sentiment was, is that I agree with you in that instance, but to say, you know, they really don't have the same, you know, like power. They don't have the same power that a Rex has, or, you know, or a Mook or anybody like that was established already.
No, but why not? And you know, and I like this conversation because this is a conversation that needs to be had in this game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why not though? You know what I mean? Like, as an artist, you gotta remember, before you're a battle rapper, you are an artist, correct?
Absolutely.
You're still an artist. So as an artist, you should always have full reign over your own career. Period. Nobody should be able to dangle a carrot in front of you and say, well, if you don't do this, you won't be this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, so this is one thing, me personally, this is one thing I stress to the battlers that come through this regime over here. Put yourself in a position where you can say no without losing any sleep.
Yeah, and that is very tough for a lot of individuals to do. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't, because they should, because I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that dude that, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel that, as much as I would say that I'm, you know, influential and big in the game, you know, there are bigger entities than myself. And with those guys, you know, I even was like, nah, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not doing that. I'm not signing no contract. And I didn't lose any sleep with that. You know what I'm saying? I was able to travel the world doing something that I wanted to do, and nobody had a leash on me to do. But
it take a lot of balls to do that. No homo.
It take a lot of balls. And I feel like my career got, you know, it was, you know, it could have been bigger, you know what I'm saying, if that wasn't the case, but it was just my principles. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't allow, you know what I'm saying, somebody to have the ability to tell me you can go here or you can't go here. I as a man, it's very difficult for me to do that. And then in my career as well, like, you know, there are many fans that want to see me. There are probably other platforms that can garner those fans. So that was always a thing that, you know, I was there. That was always been a thing in my career, that I never wanted to be pigeonholed to one spot. But even saying that, you know, I can understand how someone wouldn't take that approach and take the approach of, okay, here, you know, this is the biggest platform in the world. You may have the biggest platform in the world. I don't think I will get there as quick as if I wasn't to deal with you. And now some people are not willing to play that long game. And that's the thing.
Well, no, but here's the thing, and this is never no shade or no shot to URL. They have a business they have to run. They have to do what's best for their business. I'm not mad at that. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, when we hear the battlers complain, and it seems like a daily thing at this point, about how this isn't happening for them, that isn't happening for them, I preach the same thing, yo. Take control of your career, man. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm like, anybody that comes to this platform, I'm never going to tell them they're not dope if they don't reach URL. I'm never going to tell no battler that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm never going to, because truth be told, there's 100 ways to get it into this game. There's 100 ways to navigate your career through this game. And listen, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. For me, it's Pat Stay. He put in so much work that they had no choice but to fuck with him at a certain point. They tried, let's keep it funky. They tried to act like Pat Stay didn't exist for years.
But he tried to act like he wasn't gonna be good on URL and all.
But he put in so much work to where they have no choice but to fuck with him.
You know, even better like person, because, you know, Pat Stay was huge where he was at. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very hard to deny Pat Stay. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to deny that guy. You know, but a better comparison, I think, would be Daylight, because at a time, you know, Daylight was heavy in Grind Time, was heavy in KOTD, and they tried to do that. You know, people tried to play that dude, and he was battling everywhere. You know, I don't think people remember the stint to where he was just taking battles after battles in every league possible, and he got so fire that, and URL said that they didn't want to book him. They didn't want to book him ever. And then they booked him for, I believe it was Summer Madness versus Swave. They booked him versus in that battle, and they said they would never book that guy. And they booked him for one of the biggest events in the world. So that tells you, you know, it's not about where you are, you know what I'm saying? It's about the people. If the people make, because it's all about the fans. The fans determine who's on the stage and who's not. So
That's
if
a
you
fact.
stay, if you cooking, they can't deny you. So
Yeah.
take heed to that, my brothers that are still battling. Take heed to that, man. Stay fire. Keep being fire.
And like I always say, control your career, man. Control your career. You know what I mean? Like I said, whatever, if you depended on a league to make you, that same league could break you. How many niggas with dope on URL, and now that they not on URL no more, we don't even think about them no more.
Yeah.
Like a lot of niggas, the whole careers is dependent on them being on that stage, because that stage is what made them.
Yeah.
And that yo, me personally, I couldn't go to sleep at night knowing that what I do the next day is dependent on what another nigga decide for me. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy to me, yo.
Smacking Beasley.
Oh my nigga, I couldn't live with myself, my nigga. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, and that was always my thing. You know what I'm saying? That was always my thing. You know, I'm just not a follower. I've always been a king, bro. I've always been a king in the way I think, the way I move, who I involve myself with. And if that's and I just couldn't do it. I could never do it. And you know, when I and you know what's funny? One time they had, so initially in my career, this was before all of this, oh, you couldn't battle anywhere type shit, you know, that I was seeing. You know, I actually had signed the contract. And when I signed it, you know, I sat. Like I didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do anything within that time frame. That was the same thing when my ORED battle didn't drop on time. It took a year after that battle was supposed to drop. It dropped. Then a year for my M City battle. Like it was wild. You know what I'm saying? Like it was wild. It was crazy. So at that time, it was tough. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to tell people, man, you know, stay steadfast to your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? I understand how you can, though. You know what I'm saying? And especially now with how big and romanticized battle rap is, I could definitely see, you know, why you would want to make that quick jump. But just make sure that it's the right decision when you do it. That's all.
And like I say, I always say, man, grind until they don't got no choice but to fuck with you. Grind until your work is undeniable.
Yeah. So after, you know, we touch on the different parts of this record, I do want to go back into just breaking down your career. But staying on the politic aspect, one of the things I wonder, you came back to URL and you battled Holmes.
Yeah.
I feel like that was one of those battles where it's like, it's more so kind of set up for Holmesy in terms of just him battling somebody on your level. And it's like, you beat him, and then I felt like you kind of sat for a minute. Like, it was kind of a while before, I think you did Chef Trez afterwards.
Chef Trez was after that.
So why did it take so long for things to just develop with you after the Holmesy battle? Because to me, you clearly won.
Yeah. No, I beat, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Holmesy. You know, I make jokes to you all the time. You know I fuck with you heavy though, Holmesy, but I kicketh that asses. You know what I'm saying? So when I battled Holmesy, you know, I knew what it was. You know, I knew it was a setup, and I ain't going. And you know what? I'm such of a transparent guy, but for this one, I won't say the people in URL who actually told me what it was. They were saying that this is, hey, they're trying to promote Holmesy. They want to promote Holmesy. You know what I'm saying? They want Holmesy to beat you. So what are you going to do, Kannon? Are you going blah, blah, blah? And if you do this, we'll get you this guy next. We'll get you this guy after that. I said, I bet. You know what I mean? And that was my naivety. You know what I'm saying? I was very naive to the fact that, all right, y'all going to give me this up-and-comer. I know, you all know I'm going to kick this guy's ass. And when I kick his ass, y'all gonna bring me back to battle some top tier. Come on, Kannon. Like, you think.
Were you under contract with Ura at that time?
Nah.
You know what's crazy, Mercy? We starting to see a recurring theme with these interviews, right? Because it's like it's always the guys that are under contract with Ura that go on to get the bigger looks. No matter what happens in the battles, whoever is under the contract is who's going to go on to do bigger things on that platform.
Yeah, nah, I wasn't
always, man.
And being that Holmesy was under contract, no matter what happened in the battle, their priority is to Holmesy.
Yeah, no, I listen, look, Peso, I know that they wanted that guy to win. Mm-hmm. It was set up for him to win. You know what I'm saying? I had just had a bad battle with DNA. And, you know, and you know what? That I'm gonna give DNA a lot of credit for what he did. You know, it was a great battle for him. You know, I didn't necessarily have my best battle. I don't think my material was bad. I just feel like
we stopped to talk about that for a second, though, man. That wasn't the Big Kannon we know. What was going on with the DNA battle at that time?
So, if I'm gonna be completely honest, and I've said this in other interviews, but you know, this is gonna be one of those interviews that I really be very candid. You know what I'm saying, with what I say, because I got a lot of respect for Mercy. You know what I mean? I love that dude.
Nah, I appreciate you for real.
Y'all both fat?
Yeah, man. That's really where it's at. Like, you know, if my hair was shorter, like that would be me. Like that, like he would be who I am. You know what I'm saying? No. So honestly, you know, I ain't one to cancel battles, bro. I hate that. Like, I really hate canceling battles. It doesn't matter what's going on with me or not. You know, let
me stop you for a second. I was actually in the building for that one, right? And the anticipation for that one in the building was so high because we knew we was going to get a bar fest, a rebuttal fest, or concept with that battle, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, all right, so continue on.
Yeah. And coming up into that battle, like, so around that time, I had 3 battles around that time. I was prepping for Prep, DNA, and then I had another battle. I think, I had B Magic the day after DNA. You know what I'm saying? So the preparation for the battle wasn't the issue. What happened, and was crazy, is that I got into a car accident for that battle. So I'm in the hospital trying to come up with material for DNA. So with my DNA material, like, man, I'm fucking under fucking what's the shit? What they call the shit? I'm anesthesia, all
anesthesia,
this.
Yep.
Like, and I'm sitting there like, man, dude, I got this battle, like, and this is DNA.
So you like half drowsy and shit.
Dog, my dude, like, I'm fucked up. I'm on painkillers. I'm on all that type of shit, trying to make sure that I get to this damn battle. Now, I wasn't my best me, and I know I wasn't my best me. I beat myself for preparation with that battle. You know, DNA is not no fucking pushover, and you know, and he really displayed why he was, you know, one of the best in the game and one of the best to ever do it. And I wasn't my best. And if my in hindsight, I should have just rescheduled the battle. It's okay. Like, it's okay to reschedule the battle, Kannon. You know, your pride is what made that performance what it was. Because I still to this day figure that, you know, I am up there. You know, I was up there with the elites. I think that I'm just as nice as majority of them.
I must say, man, DNA was on fucking fire that battle, man.
He was.
Like, I'm not, I'm not the biggest DNA fan, but that battle,
that was the best DNA.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
like,
that damn sure was definitely his best performance.
100 that battle, yo.
Yeah,
that was the best DNA ever. And
I think he was that high because he knew what you could potentially come with. He knew
he knew it. He said that. He said that, you know, like, niggas had, like, K-Shine, me and K-Shine had a talk after that battle. It's so funny. Me and K-Shine had talked after that battle, and he said, no, it wasn't K-Shine, it was Cortez. I talked to Cortez after that battle. Him and DNA real cool. So Cortez was like, man, DNA was hitting me up 3-4 weeks before the battle. like, man, you think this is good enough for Kannon? Type of shit.
Yeah.
And when for hear that, and then talking to DNA afterwards, he said, man, I knew where I had to be to beat you. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, that's respect. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. You know, I wish I could have given you what you would have wanted, you know what I'm saying, in terms of the match, because that had potential to be a classic match.
You know what?
But
I think people tend to look at certain things in terms of stock as far as like the fans, but you also got to remember that your peers are also the ones who are kind of like the experts in the culture, so to say. So they watch you. They know you're dangerous. Like, it don't matter what's being said, you know, leading up to the battle. They watch you. They know what you're capable of coming with, and they know they could possibly die.
yeah, no, that and that's always been a sentiment from all my peers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny, my peers, like, if the fans knew what my peers would say, you know what I'm saying, about me, they would think like, wow, this dude is one of the best. You know what I'm saying? You name them. You know what I'm saying? I've talked to the top tiers and all of this stuff, and those guys really have a lot of respect for what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate them. You know what I mean? That's halted battles, though. You know what I'm saying? That's actually stopped me from getting battles too, because of how they know that I rock. You
The
know what I'm
niggas be
saying?
running.
Yeah, no, and that's not me, you know, on some cocky stuff. That's me on some, like, being completely honest. Like, these guys have told me, like, it's certain individuals have told me that, look, bro, hey, listen, I got too much to lose, bro. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm good. And I couldn't do nothing but respect that, bro. You know, as much as I
But
hated it.
let me get in one more question real quick, Mercy. Just from watching some of your stuff, and correct me if I'm wrong, I do feel like in order for us to get the best Kannon, you got to be in a certain mind frame. I feel like for you, it's like I've seen several of your performances, and I can see the difference from when you're totally locked in and when you got shit in the background that's going on, that's keeping you from getting locked in. Is that a fair assessment?
I believe that's an accurate assessment. That is is battles I've had, Peso, that, man, this nigga gotta die. Like, this nigga has to die. Holmesy was one of those. Like, Holmesy was one of them battles where it was like, dude, like, you know, and behind the scenes, you know, way how we promoted it, you know, Holmesy is my homie. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? But we had to promote that battle as if we didn't fuck with each other and we didn't like each other. And it's certain things that he would say that be like, hold on, are you really my friend? Like so.
That's what you asked for.
Yeah, like, I'm like, hold on, bro. Hold on. I know we just, hyping this up, but damn, it seemed like you really feel like this. All right, so hold on. Let me, all right, now let me get in my bag for real. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. So I just wanted to show people, because, like, I couldn't believe, that, after the DNA battle, they seen it, and then they was like, man, oh yeah, he's gonna die versus Holmes. I said, what? Oh, okay. All right, y'all got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? With XL was another person that I battled, that people had counted me out and was saying some wild shit, and I'm like, all right, man, let me
whoa. There will be no XL slander on this platform.
Listen, I'm just being honest.
I'm
just being honest.
Let's stick to Holmesy and DNA.
Okay, look, XL is amazing. XL is amazing. XL is amazing, but that was one of them battles I really cared about what happened. So yeah, that's that. I'll leave it at that for you, Peso.
Okay. All right, gotcha. That's home team right there. We don't allow that here. You know what I mean?
I'll leave it at that.
This nigga started wilding. Like, we just was having a conversation on bring up XL. Like,
I'll leave it at that.
All right. Another one of the things. Oh, well, we didn't finish really with the Holmesy. What transpired after you beat him? Like, why it took so long to.
Yo, hey, shout out to Norbs, man, because Norbs was the only reason why I battled Chef Trez. It had nothing to do with URL, I believe, at that time. It was mainly Norbs. Norbs from the genesis of my career really believed in me. You know what I'm saying? He always believed in me, always thought I was nice. He's the one that even brought me to URL, you know what I'm saying? Because I battled a dude named Troy Brown in New York.
I
And
remember that. Yep.
yeah, I battled a nigga
You
named
know what's
Troy.
crazy? I actually remember I was actually on the phone with Norbs when he was telling me about you before I even seen anything of yours. He was like, "Yo, this is dude from Chicago. He's like fucking crazy, like, you know what I mean? Big Kannon." You understand what I'm saying? And so let me ask you this. So speaking of Norbs, what do you think about everything that's transpired with him, you know, with URL and all of that stuff, man?
It was necessary. It was inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Because from what I know, and I'm not gonna get too much into that because that ain't my story to tell. But from what I seen and how I seen how stuff was being played out, it was only a matter of time. And you know, people were waiting for an opportunity for it to just let it happen. And when that little bit, and which was wild, that was what made the gavel come down. Was
Right, I agree with you. Like that was my exact thought too. Like, damn, it took this. Like, you would have thought my thing was this with Norbs. I thought he was untouchable based off of like the long list of shit he had already did. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, shit, if they ain't asked this nigga yet, then yeah, he really is URL. You know what I mean? But it's like, damn, that's what it took. Like after all of that other shit. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I will say this, man. I want to say this again on this platform. We've never questioned Norbs' ability and what he does in battle rap. In battle rap, he is a fucking genius. I will never take that away from that man. You know what I mean? It's just the shit he does as a person that gets in the way.
Yeah, Norbs is a slime ball. You know, that's my you know,
Right.
but I could call him that because I really got a lot of love for Norbs, and Norbs know it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the main, I'm the nigga that called him and making sure, hey bro, you good? I know that was an embarrassing situation. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure you all right, brother. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he know the respect and love I got for him. So, but Norbs knows he's a slime ball. You know, he's a slime ball as well. You know what I'm saying? But we can't knock the fact of all of the beautiful things that he's brought to the game. You know, he just needs to tailor, you know, leave it to the game, bro. If that's what you want to do, just leave it to the game. You know what I mean? Because all the extra shit, it lets people
My
find
nigga,
you.
I've personally told him that, yo. I personally told him, like, yo, my nigga, just stop all the sucker shit and you good. That's all you need to do is just stop all the sucker shit, yo.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. But go ahead, Mercy.
Well, now we was on the why it took so
Yeah,
long
the
for him to
Holmesy
get
stuff.
Nigga, he answered that shit 3 times already, yo.
well, he said he eventually got the call back. So
Okay.
Yeah,
but,
no, I got the. It was from Norbs though. Like it was from Norbs. Norbs was pretty much through his own event. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, man, I need you to, you know, do your thing. You know what I mean? So I battled Chef Trez, which, you know, it was a good battle. You know what I'm saying? I thought Trez, you know, got the better of me because I wasn't prepared. You know what I'm saying? In my third, he did amazing. I think the first was a good battle. I mean, I thought the first was tight. You know, I thought I won the first. I thought he may have edged the second, and then the third, you know, he clearly got it. So, but that's my boy. That's shout out to Trez, and you know, all that.
Okay. Now, another thing you mentioned in the record was just the clown shit that goes on in battle rap, and
Yeah.
I guess in terms of the battlers. So let's talk about that for a second. Like, how do you feel just about everything that goes on with all of the fights, the almost fights, the back and forth disrespect online? Like, how do you feel about all of
I'm gonna meet you after the event, nigga. You know what I mean?
You know, like a lot of the time it's just to promote a battle. Like a lot of the time it's just trying to promote a battle. You know, it's not even something that you actually believe. Like, because if it was like, you know what, like, you know, I'm gonna share something with you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna be completely candid with you guys. With me and Tay Rock got into our situation in Cleveland, you know, I rock a different way. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm some, because trust me, I'm not some big gangster goon. I'm not that dude, but I'm very big on respect, and especially when it comes from men. So, you know, yeah, we got into our little shit on stage, but I was able to catch him, you know, afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I caught him, you know, in the hotel, you know, by himself, you know, Dolo. We was walking in the lobby, and I caught him. I said, man, what is this? Like, what we doing, man? Like, is this really what it is? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna get too much into the situation, but it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't what was happening on stage.
The energy wasn't kept the same. You can say that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying that. You know, I could say that. You know what I'm saying? I could say that, but nor was mine, because I needed to understand if I needed to. Like, if I needed to go there, I needed to understand that when no cameras were around, when no entourages was around, I needed to know.
Well, let me ask you this then: is where do we draw the line in battle rap between entertainment and real shit?
When the cameras is off.
Okay.
When the cameras are off and there's no crowd around that can, you know, retweet you, or that can, you know, share your blog. I want to know, is this really how you feel when ain't nobody around?
Because coming from Chicago, just like me, right? I'm pretty sure you got some homies that wouldn't understand. It's just battle rap.
Bro, they didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like you, man. Listen, man, bro. Let me tell you something. Like,
right.
Niggas were just seeing that. We're just seeing it, because it wasn't even. It's not like he touched me. It's not like he did anything. As soon as I got off stage, bro, and people just heard about it. They didn't even see it. People had just heard about it. They call on my phone like, dude, hey, you know, hey, we on the E-way now. Is everything good? Like, we on the E-way now, because Cleveland is not that far from Chicago, bro. So they would have got there in a pretty good time. You know what I'm saying, Frank? I'm like, bro, it ain't even. Don't worry about it. It's light. I knew it was light because nothing really transpired after that. You know what I'm saying? But dudes was your. I'm not again, y'all. No gangster, no goon. But it's people that want to protect me. They've always wanted to protect me because I'm something that they see, you know, like that there's hope for everybody. There's hope for the game. You know what I'm saying? So you know, when people see me and they see people messing with me, I'm the nicest dude in the world. What you messing with the nice guy for? Like, who wants to bother the good guy? You know what I'm saying? So you know. And they think that because I'm this nice guy that I'm, you know, or people somehow have got this perception about me that I'm just a nice guy and I'm a pushover. But that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, yeah, that's not the case. So yeah, man, I just, that really bothered me in that instance. And that's another thing that really, like, this took me away from battle rap, is because of stuff like that, man. Like, everybody's like false sense of needing to be tough, like, or needing to be or looked at as, oh, don't fuck with me, or I'll
yeah. But you know what, man? We gonna keep it funky, man. That shit is laughable in this game, because if you really look at there ain't no gangster shit going on in battle rap. Anytime you hear something about any of these niggas, it's something happening to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's always, anytime you hear about some real shit going on with these battle rap niggas, it's always about something that happened to one of these niggas. It's never about these niggas putting in some work. You know what I mean? So it's like that's just a fact.
Yeah.
That is just a fact. Like, I ain't seen no gangster shit in this shit yet. Anytime I hear about some G shit that happened in the streets, it's something happening to one of these niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like that shit. I don't get why niggas getting this shit to want to be gangsters all of a sudden. This gangster shit going on in every hood, in every ghetto across America. Do you want to be a gangster? Go be where the niggas is doing gangster shit at. Like, I don't get why you get into battle rap to want to be a gangster.
But that's why I wanted to. Well, I guess I'll hold what I was about to say, because I believe No Mercy to bring it up or whatever, or you as well. So I'll leave for what I was just about to say. But yeah, that's one of the main things that I have an issue about when it comes to battle rap. Everybody's tough, everybody's a gangster. Every woman's a hoe.
Right.
I don't want that, man. I'm tired of it.
Okay.
Got you, man.
So another thing you touched on, which was, pretty much part of the meat and potatoes, was you leaving the game.
Right.
So what's the motivation behind that? Why do you feel like you just are going to leave battle rap cold turkey and just leave it as a thing of the past?
Especially with the plight of what's going on in the world, man. And I think that us as battlers, we don't realize the influence that we have. This culture is surging. This culture is becoming bigger than ever. This culture is, it's got a lot of eyes that's on it, just like regular music does. You know what I'm saying? But me, with regular music, I have the ability to control the content that I'm putting out. I can control how I'm viewed. I can control what I'm saying because I'm painting the narrative. Battle rap is totally different. Like the content that I have to put out with battling is all negative. There isn't anything in battle rap that I could change that can change my narrative and make it something positive. There's nothing that I can do with that. Because even if I were to change my content and say, hey, I'm gonna have more of a positive outlook on my battles and I'm gonna try to uplift my opponent, I'm still subjected to what my opponent says to me. So that negativity is never really I can't get around it. I can't get around that type of thought process. So, with me, like I said, and I've alluded to this in other interviews, I battle strongly with depression. I have had thoughts of, suicide. I've hurt myself. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing some wild shit lately. You know what I'm saying? And because of that,
I'm guessing the quarantine isn't helping all of that.
yeah, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's putting me even in the worst places. I'm totally isolated. Yeah, I'm here with my girl, but I try not to. I try not to even bother even her. You know what I'm saying? With certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, and that's my pride too. As a man, I'm like, you can handle it, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm struggling with handling it. So with struggling with handling all of this stuff, I just knew it was something that had to change. So I didn't even, when I started writing that song, Mercy, I didn't write that song under the pretense of saying I was going to bag out a battle rap. I initially just wrote the song because I'm just saying, man, let me talk about all this shit that's going on in battle rap and why I didn't like it and all this stuff. But as the song kept going on, as I kept writing the song and as I kept, putting my feelings out and emotions and I'm getting overthrown with emotions, it came out like my farewell to it. And I was on the fence about even dropping the song. That's why I contacted a few other battle rappers and was like, man, what you think about this song? And they would tell me what they thought, like, man, this really sounds like your resignation to battle rap. It sounds like you out of it. And I was struggling, and if I wanted to drop the song, and then, one thing happened. My mother, the strongest woman in this world that I know other than my grandmother, my mother, she prayed for me, bro. And when she prayed for me, it gave me the clarity that I needed to bag out of it. You know what I'm saying? To say, hey, I'm done with battle rap, because it's no God in this at all, bro. It's all negativity. It's all.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's even if the saga preaching his message in music in his battles, Loso, preaching his message, A-War preaching his message, you gotta like Mike P, one of his first opening lines is talking about it put a bullet in his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, if if my message is to transcend the bounds of battle rap, how can I subject my thought process to hearing things like that? Like I'm gonna get a bullet in my head, and hey, bro, I'm trying to uplift you with my message that I'm trying to give you, and you're telling me that you want to put a bullet in my head. And yes, I know it's all entertainment, but the fact that this is what we're entertained by in this culture, it's ran its course with me.
Let me ask you this, man. Because depression is very real for Black men, and I think we need to talk about it more. And I commend you, brother, for being open and honest about that. Because we need, as Black men, we need to have these dialogues more. You trust me. There's a lot of Black men that deal with depression that don't say nothing about it. They keep it all pent in. I'm sure you have. You said you got a lady at home, you got your mother, you got people that love you in the world. Why is it though that with depression, even with that, you still feel all alone?
As a man, we are taught to be the back. We're taught to be strong and not show weakness. That's one of the main things that society has perpetuated, this idealism that a man showing emotion is a sign of weakness.
Yep.
So when it's like that, it's very difficult to talk about. It's very difficult to say, man, I thought about killing myself yesterday. Help me. It's very hard to say, baby, I may not have my half of the rent, or I may not have the rent today. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that I can. I go get it, and making sure that she's okay with that. You feel me? Like it's
a lot to wake up with every day.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot, and then to compound that, hey man, I got a battle in 2 weeks.
Right. Bro, on top of all that, right?
Bro, I got a battle in 2 weeks.
Right.
I only got a round and a half. All right, let me try to get my mind right. You know what I'm saying, with this. And the fans don't know what we, and I hate saying, I said this on other shit. I hate saying fans. So supporters of the culture, let me say that. Supporters of the culture, bro. They don't know. They're not privy to that. You know what I'm saying?
Nor do they care. They just want you to show up with your 3 rounds.
Exactly. They want you to have that 3 rounds. They want you to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they don't know, man. Look, man, I just had to pay rent. Maybe I can't get the best looking clothes right now. Let me go ahead and throw this motherfucking white tee on and put on these jeans real quick, man. Man, let me see. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. So, it really just made me say, like, this ain't, like, what that prayer that my mom had for me, is just God told me in that prayer, speaking through her, that it was time to go. Like, it's time.
Well, listen, man, I just want to say, before we move forward in the interview, man, you're not alone. It's number one. You know what I mean? We all deal with our struggles. And it's never weakness to be honest with who you are and what you're going through. There ain't nothing weak about that. You know what I mean? Real talk. And we all need to do that more. Because like I said, as Black men, we have this immense pride on our shoulders that we wake up with every day, that we got to keep it all tough and we got to keep it thorough, and we can't show no weakness. Nah, we got to keep it 100 with ourselves, man. You know what I mean? That's what we all need to do more, yo. Real talk.
I seen one day, shout to Doggy Diamonds. He's somebody who I see post some interesting things on social media. And one of the things he said was that health is more than just what you eat. And when I took that in, I was like, yeah, because it also deals with what you surround yourself with, the things you listen to, the things you see. Like, it's a lot more.
Life is way more mental than it is physical.
Yeah.
Life is way more mental than it is physical. And that's why I am the way I am. Like, you see how I move, Mercy. Like, I move very militant because, my peace is everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Like, I can't sacrifice my peace for another human being.
Right.
Yep.
Real shit. So it's like, you know, when you get up, and trust me, like as you know, I've been the man in my house since I was a kid, since I was 14. I've been the man in the other house. So it's like I know what that feels like to feel like, well, shit, if you ain't got it, ain't nobody got it.
Right.
You know what I mean, that's a lot to deal with. I get that, but you know, being open and honest is the closest step you ever going to make to being whole. You know what I mean? So continue to do that, my brother, and I'm pretty sure you're going to get through your bouts. Real talk.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Definitely. You know you got our support 1,000%. So, you know, anything you need, it's all love on this side.
Thank you.
Definitely. Let's start from the beginning. Because my first time getting introduced to you was the M City battle. And I'm pretty sure you have a lot more history before then. So let's start with Big Kannon in Chicago. How does Big Kannon, first of all, get started rapping? I don't know if you was doing music before battling or.
So 9 years old, what I did was I came up with my first rap. Trash as fuck, you know, trash as hell, terrible. But
you remember the first couple of lines from it?
Hell yeah, nigga.
Let's say those first couple of lines from it.
Nigga, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wish I am going to heaven. Nigga, that was the shit to me. nigga, when I tell you,
oh my God.
When I tell you that was fire, nigga, at 9, I'm like, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? So, Nah, and then, you know, that was probably one of the last raps I wrote at 9, you know what I'm saying? And then I stopped
what
until
you listening to around that time? Like, what was like really going on in Chicago at that time?
So at that time, like my parents and, you know, they were deeper and they were more in the inner city than it was in my later years in Chicago. So everything around me, my grandma and my mother, they tried their best to shelter me, bro. They tried their absolute best to keep me in the crib, you know, keep me away from, you know, what was going on the block. But I'm hard-headed, you know what I'm saying? I'm a hard-headed little boy, you know what I'm saying? They tried to keep me from West Pullman Park, you know, but West Pullman Park, I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go. I wanted to travel. I wanted to play ball, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, West Pullman Park at that time, man, it was nothing but like shootings. It was nothing but like every day, like damn near every day, niggas was shooting, you know, around West Pullman Park in that little area. So
and then show up to the park the next day and wait for it to happen again.
Wait for it to happen again, bro. It was like it was the cycle. It was a cycle of it all. So my first fight, you know what I'm saying? My first time getting jumped, like I got so many memories, bro. Like my first time getting jumped was at West Pullman Park. My first time, you know what I'm saying, fighting was at West Pullman Park. Like my first kiss was at West Pullman Park. A lot of stuff happened at West Pullman Park that wasn't supposed to happen at 9, 10, 11 years old. So that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like gunshots or whatever, you know, my kids that I was in, you know, elementary school with, man, you don't see them in a couple of weeks and you find out, oh, he got shot. You know what I'm saying? He dead, you know what I'm saying? Type of thing.
It's off the porch pretty early.
Yeah. And that's what, you know, people don't understand about me is I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? And because I've been through a lot and seen a lot, that's how I am. I have I'm working better on it, but my temper is to the roof. I got a terrible. My attitude is terrible, bro. But because I know that, I'm trying to get better with that. You know what I'm saying? So,
would you say that the environment kind of molded a lot of that?
What environment? My childhood environment?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Because I had to be. Like, you know, me being a little fat boy, you know what I'm saying? That was the fat boy rapper in school, you know, Nick, I was a victim of bullying. I was a victim of being picked at and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that went with me. So that's why when it comes to like battle rap, when people would say certain things that really made me feel a way, you know what I'm saying, or things that I was sensitive about, I reacted to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's just my mind state, how shit was rocking. You know, but at the same time, like I said, I'm trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? I am still sensitive. I am still vulnerable to certain things, and that's why it's, you know, battle rap has made me more angry. You know what I'm saying, than anything, I believe too. You know, I wasn't always an angry person. You know what I'm saying? I love people. I love stuff. You know, I love being loved and stuff like that. So, man, I done got into more fights in outside of Chicago and in the midst of battle rap than I have ever, you know what I'm
In
saying,
the city.
in life, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, I'm going to events, like I said, I mean, you see, people don't even know a lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not I'm not the camera guy. I'm not the guy that does stuff for the camera, but I'm going to events slapping niggas, you know what I'm saying, and all types of shit, like me having to confront niggas for shit that they done said over the net, and I'm trying to fight. I'm literally trying to fight, making sure ain't no cameras around or nothing like that. I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy. Like that not the tough guy, but like I said, like I'm respectful to you. So if you show me disrespect, then I'm there with you. I'm all the way there with you. So I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? But
But you know what, man? I want to say this, man, because me and you are the same way on that end. But I'm trying to learn. Like I had a real talk with one of my elders, one of my OGs, and I'm the type of nigga I really match disrespect. Like, and I don't mean like this internet goofy shit. Like I mean like real life
They
disrespect.
so a different type of nigga.
Like I really match disrespect. Like I overcompensate for your disrespect. Like, you know what I mean? Wherever you take it to, I'm gonna take it there times 2, times 4, probably, or 5. That's me. But I gotta learn that these niggas don't really want to go there. Like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like, that's one thing I gotta learn. Like, because once it's really time to really like lace your boots up and go to war, these niggas don't really want to go there. You know what I mean?
And I'm not saying I'm some tough guy, Peso, and I'm not. I don't think
me neither. I'm just big on respect. If it's all love with you, it's all love with me.
Yeah.
But if you want to get disrespectful, if you really want to go there, I have no problem going there. You know what I mean? Because I will die over my respect. You're going to I'm not asking you to respect me. I'm telling you, you're going to respect me, whether it be by force or by choice. You know what I mean? So that's just how I am. But I'm also learning as I'm getting older that it's a new day, and these ain't them niggas that's really about half of what they talking about.
Yeah, yeah. You see it in just some of the little subtle movements that people make. Like, you know, one of the things I commonly refer to is like, if you get disrespectful online, you say like a SMD or you say something about somebody dead family or something like that. If a person says okay, that should tell you where they are with it. It should be no more talking after that.
But I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm even good with that at this point. You can even call me pussy online. I don't even care about that no more. Cause I know if you really felt like that, you just gonna bring it to me. You ain't even gonna talk about it.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So even I'm like that's why I just said I don't care about the fake. Niggas be thinking they being disrespectful, but it's not. That's not really disrespect because you saying it from a safe place.
That's my thing.
That's true.
That's always been my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know, and I've said this. Like, that's why I don't. You will never see me going back and forth with somebody on the net because I know, bro. You can say whatever you want, like over the net. You know what I'm saying? Like, and why I get all riled up, and I know that you wouldn't say that in person. So but if I see you, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to still say what you were saying, you know what I'm saying, over the man. I've checked so many, like, bro. I've checked some temperatures, bro. I've checked some temperatures, bro.
Me too.
I've checked some temperatures, and it's not And it's not on some, like I said, it's not on some man, hey motherfucker, I just want to know, first off, I'm gonna come to you. I initially start off respectful. I say, bro, is this how you feel? You know what I'm saying? Is this really how you feel?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you stay steadfast on what you said, well then now, all right, let's rock
Let's
out
get
how
it
we
right.
rock out.
And you know what? As a man, I'm good with that because I'm the same way. I always thought, I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas that even care about what they're doing. So it's always peace with me. But if you want to make your way into my world for whatever reason, then I don't care about my reaction to that. Because I'm always the type of nigga, like, I'm going to go my way. Like, which way if you tell me, yo, you want to go that way? Okay, cool. I'm going to go the opposite way. Now, if you make it your business to come fuck with me on this other way I decided to go, then I have no problem putting a bullet in the back of your fucking head. You know what I mean? Because you decided, you made a conscious decision to come fuck with me for whatever reason. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of person I am. But at the end of the day, like I say, man, if you keep it love with me, it's all love with you. You know what I mean? My energy is your energy. You understand what I'm saying? But we got to realize what's real and what's not real these days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that's true. But at the same time, some of these niggas need to get punched in their mouth for some of the things that they be saying, because it's like some of us were raised with respect. Like some of us were raised on how to conduct ourselves, and even, you know, making the transition to the internet, we know how to speak. Like I said earlier on Twitter, I don't think you should talk to a grown man via camera in a way that you wouldn't talk to that man in person. So if you wouldn't be in that man's face, yelling at him, cursing him out, et cetera, in person, you shouldn't be doing it on the camera.
But people like this though, Mercy. How many times have these? Let's stick to these battle rap niggas, because these, and I say this all the time too. These battle rap niggas ain't real street niggas. But let's stick to these battle rap niggas. How many of these niggas done gave you threats?
Damn, I don't have enough fingers to count.
How many times have we personally showed up to our events ready for whatever?
Yeah.
And how many times has shit popped off?
Listen, I've never been at an event. I've never been pressed. I've never been yelled at. I've never been, nobody's put a hand on me. Nothing. And y'all see how much shit I deal with online. It's never been that in person.
So that just lets you know the type of game you win. You understand what I'm saying? So we gotta like draw the line between, like I said, we gotta draw the line between what's real and what's not with these niggas. You know what I mean? And I've learned really, like I say, anything that ain't direct, upfront, and confrontational, it ain't real, man.
Yeah, completely. I definitely agree with that.
But I want to stay on Chicago with Kannon for a minute, man. We had I'm a little sauce right now. My fault.
Oh, you're talking about we had the new guys on. Sammy, Pyrex, and Gage.
Sammy, Gage, Pyrex. We had them guys on, and they felt like Young Kannon was an ushering in, as they called, the new Midwest. I just want to get your take on that, Big Kannon. Like, what's your thoughts on the new guys coming out of Chicago and their beef with Young Kannon?
You know, I'm not gonna get a political answer. I'm gonna give the honest answer, right? The honest answer to that.
And I'm asking you, let me not because I'm asking you because you are a forefather for Chicago battle rap.
Definitely.
Right. You know, and thank you for that. Thank you for, you know what I'm saying, acknowledging that. What I could honestly say, man, is I honestly believe it just started off wrong, bro. It just started off, you know, their interactions started off wrong, because Kannon is a great dude, man. Kannon really wants everybody to, you know, have their eyes on Chicago or whatever. And for whatever reason, it just came off as different to people, you know, when you know, first impressions are everything. So when people see certain stuff that Kannon might say, perception wise, it looks like, oh, he going at the newer guys or whatever like that. And I can see how the newer guys will feel like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Kannon, like I said, Kannon is an awesome guy. Kannon is not a demeaning or demonstrous dude at all. But I can see how some of the stuff that he says definitely would make them feel that way. So what I would want Kannon to do is to, man, because he's still out there with them. You know what I'm saying? If I was there, you know, I would sit niggas down and I would make sure that they talked. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, you know, if it got to a point to where it was boiling, I would make like that. That's always been me. I'm the peacemaker out of all of the situations. So if I would have, what Kannon should do, as you know, one of the biggest battle rappers to ever come out of Chicago, if not the, you know what I'm saying? He has to put his big boy pants on and go talk to them niggas, man. They need to sit down. They all need to get up. They all need to sit down and just talk it out. Because Chicago in just music, period, has always been divided. Always been something that, you know, you fuck with these niggas, well, I ain't fucking with you type shit. It's always been that. And this is outside of battle, and this is in music in Chicago. So in that case, when are we gonna stop? Like, when are we gonna say, like, enough is enough? Who's gonna boss the fuck up and say, look, man, we are stronger as a fist than 5 fingers, bro. Come together. And like, man, listen, niggas ain't breaking niggas' jaws with their fingers, bro. Niggas is breaking that bitch with niggas with your fist, bro. You strike a mightier blow as a fist, bro, than you are as individual phalanges, bro. So my thing is, like, these motherfuckers, they like, stop the bullshit, man. Like, listen, if y'all watch this, Chicago niggas, if y'all watching this, man, like, please, like, y'all hit me up and let's try to talk about it, man, because, yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, too. I'm sick of that shit, man. Like, yeah, YK going at the younger niggas going at YK. Like, niggas want to fight YK want to fight niggas. Like, that shit corny, man. Like, we aren't even big enough in battle rap as a city. Like, we have so much talent. We have a lot of talent. A lot of niggas is dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
A lot of these niggas is dope, bro. A lot of these niggas is dope. But the fact of the matter is ego, and niggas need to check that shit at the door because we so small. Like, niggas did a whole poll, like a few months ago. It was like, who's the worst city in Chicago in battle rap? And Chicago was it. But that's because I believe that niggas honestly don't even know about the talent that we have because we don't have enough of the Cannons, the Big T's talking about these younger guys. I try to, you know what I'm saying? But it's got to be more. It's got to be more because these dudes are amazing and they don't even need it a lot of the times because they're so dope. Their talent will speak for itself. Gage had a battle with Goods that people thought was the best battle in the world, bro, when they battled, man. You know what I'm saying?
Aside from you being a battle rapper, you're also a league owner.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to ask about that. What
talk about it, Mercy?
Yeah, what role do you play in terms of guerrilla warfare?
So in its genesis, I had a heavier part. Like, I was partners with Gracie. You know what I'm saying? Me and Gracie together was co-CEOs of Guerrilla
Y'all
Warfare.
blood related?
Listen, man. Everybody asks me that. That's my real sister. It doesn't matter if we were blood or not. Like,
okay.
That's my sister to the end of time. I love that woman, and she loves me. And blood wouldn't make us any closer. So that's my everything, right?
Okay.
So what I finna say? So
yeah, started out as co-CEOs.
Yeah, we were co-CEOs, but with me moving to Vegas to, you know, better my life and stuff like that, and getting away from Chicago for a little bit. You know, she stepped more into the forefront of being the sole, you know, like CEO of everything with Guerrilla Warfare. Now I'll still support. You know what I'm saying? I'll still make sure that, you know, if she calls me or asks me anything about, like, you know, matchups and stuff like that, I'll give my input. But Gracie is more like the sole CEO of that as of now.
Okay.
Okay, because you damn, you got so much to cover. You got so much to cover as a battle rapper, as a league owner. Being that we on Guerrilla Warfare right now, one of the things I want to ask, how did y'all go about y'all first few events? Because at first y'all were giving y'all footage to URL.
So I'm trying to remember how that played out. So what battles? Oh, okay. So, yeah, that was the thing. Our at first, our goal was never to be like this league. Like, our goal was to just get exposure for our guys as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? And URL, we would give it to them for them to, you know, put up, you know, out for, you know, us to maximize, you know, the exposure for, you know, our people. So we initially started like that, but then, you know, it came to a time where, hey, look, man, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Just do it for your motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give it, you worked hard for this footage. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So it wasn't a fallout or nothing. Y'all just made the conscious decision to just part ways.
Yeah, no fallout.
Okay.
We love. I got a lot of respect for Beasley. You know, I used to talk to Beasley a lot. You know what I'm saying? Gracie, you know, she probably still have a relation with him, but you know, you know, that was our thing. It wasn't a thing of you know, any disagreement or any shit like that. No, none of that. But what it came about was, man, we putting together something for the Midwest. We need to do something for the Midwest that we can look back on and say, yeah, we did that for us. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what got you the crowns. That's what, like, we initially connected with Black Ice, you know, with John Doe and them, you know, trying to collaborate with an event. You know what I mean? And you know, just like with anything, you know, people, they end up growing and then they want to grow apart. You know what I'm saying? You know, some
That
people
ended up being a mess.
Yeah, it was. You know what I'm saying? But that's just because people, you know, as people have aspirations, and sometimes those aspirations outgrow partnerships, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's fine.
Yup. Like, it's one thing as Black people, man. We can agree to disagree. It's all right.
Yeah, and sometimes those agreeing to disagreements, it may cause a little friction, but even with that friction, you know what I'm saying, you gotta eventually come to a common ground. We're in a good place with Black Ice and you know, the cartel over there now. So and that takes maturity and growth, and that takes time. So, you know, but yeah, after that, I'll call it a debacle. After that debacle, you know what I'm saying, we decided to, you know, we had an investors that were invested in us and really believed in what we were doing, and that's how we got the crowns and the crown twos, with the support of the fans. Like, we threw.
Let's talk Crown 2 for a little bit. Probably one of the biggest events period I've ever seen. Definitely one of the biggest ones for Chicago.
The biggest one for Chicago, if you ask me.
It is.
The biggest one.
Those were the biggest events ever in Chicago.
Especially Crown 2. I thought Crown 2 was like Chicago Summer Madness, pretty much.
I was there for Crown 2, man. It was a lot of gangsters in the building.
Peso like that shit.
It made me feel comfortable. You know what I mean? A lot of gangsters in the building. I just thought it was, but it was love, though. That's what made it so dope. It was all love. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell there was a lot of niggas in the building who don't necessarily fuck with battle rap, but they was there to support because it was for the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was what it was.
Yeah. So, you know, Just talk to us about what did it take to put that event together? I also heard y'all actually had the Hitman Holla and Suge battle. Was it for that card?
It was.
So what happened with that, man?
Dude, that shit was, oh man, even talking about that shit.
Listen, I want you to keep that same spirit of being totally straight up about everything. Let's keep that same energy. What happened with that?
Yo, dude, like even talking about this shit is gonna be tiring, bro. Like I remember that, man. That was a terrible time, man. Like what made it terrible was the fact that, man, but as battlers, okay, we were still small. We were still in our maceration. Like we were still in the process of getting bigger, you know what I'm saying, in terms of with everything. Yes, people had seen the Crown 1 and they had seen that one, and that was a huge success. And, you know, people looked at it now as we were becoming something. Like we were becoming something like to fear, you know what I'm saying, in the game. So battlers also seen that. So prices were different, you know what I'm saying? Attitudes were different, man.
I know what that means.
Bro, battlers, look, man, from a league owner standpoint, battlers are some of the most needy, some of the most, for a lack of a better term, bro, they're very dependent on the league owners. So by them being as dependent as they are, you know, your attention gets spread so thin, you know, with all of the things that you have to do. See, you know, fans just, you know, they will never understand the lead up to these events. Like these events, bro, it's not just, okay, all right, battlers, you all gonna come here at this time and you're gonna battle.
Nigga, as a league owner, I remember seeing the card. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck they pulled this shit off? Yo,
Yeah.
like,
bro, to this day, you know, because we had a lot of respect, you know what I'm saying, from the battlers, because they knew us, you know, they knew that we weren't just culture vultures, you know, trying to do anything. They knew us from the soil, especially me. You know, I called in a lot of favors from my friends, you know, in the battle world, like, man, nigga, look, man, how much you want? You tell me how much you want. All right, look, all right, that's your price. Now tell me the Kannon price. And then they'll make it and the adjustments, and then I say, all right, motherfucker, I'm gonna pay you this. And they be like, man, Kannon, that's what you want? Yeah, bro, I need this. And then they'll come in and fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And that was the same thing with Gracie. We really grinded those events out, and the love that the battlers showed us with how they showed up, it was always a pretty solid thing. You know, niggas really respected our platform. Yeah, you had some guys that like the Sue Surfs that came in and bullshitted, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But even with that, man, you know what I'm saying, the fact that, you know, he came out, I respected that. That was cool. You know, I wish he would have gave his all. You know, that's the thing that another thing, but that these the people don't understand. Like, yeah, we can pay these niggas, you know what I'm saying, but they can come on that stage and not be what they think, and then now it's, oh, guerrilla warfare is trash because blah blah blah. Motherfucker, all I did was pay the nigga. You know what I'm saying? To come out
It's up to the battler to get up there and perform. Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and then the league loses validity. You know what I'm saying? When niggas don't come and perform, because they say, well, shit, the battlers don't care about the league, so why should I? You know what I mean? But the Crown 2, all in all, man, it was a very dope event to put together. I would never want to do an event that big ever again, because it was so much shit.
Bro, I seen it. I seen it that day. I was like, yo, God bless these people, because this was a lot to deal with, yo. Word up, man. And I want to say, man, like the venue was dope. You know, y'all definitely were very hospitable in terms of just making sure everybody had their accommodations. Y'all did y'all part, man. Like, I can't say y'all definitely did everything y'all was supposed to do, man. You know what I mean? And it was like, just seeing it was definitely like one of those events where you're like, yo, these people here don't fuck around. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah.
They really are about this battle rap shit, yo.
Yeah. I mean, because we can't, especially me, I come from it. I'm a battler, so I know how battlers want to be treated.
But I'm just talking about for the city, man, for Chicago. Like, what did that event mean for you for the city?
It meant everything. Because that was the crown too, was me and versus Big T. So me versus Big T in the city, like it split the city apart. You know what I mean? Because you got my side, my niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, they like, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then you got his side. It's like, man, fuck this suburb ass nigga. Like, but they don't. And I had to even, like, and that's the thing I'll clear up too. What people got to understand is in Chicago, the suburbs might as well be the fucking city. It's so much, like, majority of the niggas that was in the city, they all moved to the burbs.
Yeah.
They moved to the burbs not to be safe. It's just because shit, niggas get mamas get Section 8.
Yeah.
Or and these motherfucking places, they be cheap and then shit for what you want. You know what I'm saying? So you go to Markham, you go to it's places Markham, you go to Harvey, like some of the biggest Chicago talent, they didn't get killed in the city. They got killed in the burbs, bro. So I say that to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as, people say this whole suburb shit with me, I didn't always live there. And two, the burbs ain't sweet. I said that in my old Red battle. Like, the burbs ain't what you all think this shit is. You know what I'm saying? So, my people in the burbs versus his people that were in the inner city, and then, then the people that were straddling the fence on both of them, it made so much electricity up into that battle be crazy. So I was really, I was happy with the turnout. It was dope.
So what did you feel that battle did for you? Did you feel like that was the battle that solidified your spot just in terms of Chicago?
Nah, my spot was already solidified in Chicago. That battle didn't really do anything, in terms of Chicago, because Big T was still Big T after that. I was still Big Kannon after that. All it did, like, I just wanted that. The whole reason for the battle was just that I wanted the respect from Big T. Because he tried to play me like I was some little guy, and I'm saying, look, homie, look, bro, we like, bro, we out here, like, this is Chicago, you know what I'm saying? This is not New York. This ain't none of this stuff, So the pool that you have, you the bigger name, you the bigger name everywhere else, but when it comes to here, bro, like, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? So that was what that was about, and I just wanted respect from him. And along that time we had, it was me and Big T was in a bad place for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We was in a bad place for a little bit, but we talked throughout the years, and I respect him, man. He just moved kind of crazy sometimes, but I still rock with him. He's a good dude.
So what was the bad place? Was that some battle rap shit or some outside of battle rap?
It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, because I wasn't rocking with him, period. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't rocking with him on no level. You know what I'm saying? We was never, I don't think we was ever to the point of throwing blows or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I would never say that, but it was still like, nah, I ain't fucking with dude, man. Like, yeah, that's let him stay where he at, and I'm gonna stay where I'm at. You know what I mean? But it's not like that now. Terrence, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive, keep moving, and keep trying to move Chicago forward, bro.
Okay. So you said Norbs was the one who brought you on to URL.
Correct.
Was it the Hitman Holla and Arsenal card that you was first on?
No, that was the card I was first on was I battled. It was Tech Nine and X Factor was the headliner. It was me versus Mo Dirty. That was my first battle on Smack. The battle you were referencing to is me and Heartless.
Okay, okay. So how was it being on a stage with a battle that has just that high of a profile at the time? Like, you know, the Arsenal and the Hitman is a huge grudge match going back and forth on World Star. Like, did y'all feel like y'all were actually a part of the card, or did it just feel like just another battle for y'all?
You know what's crazy? I didn't think at first that motherfuckers fuck with me that much because, you know, this was in New York. So I didn't think that niggas was going to fuck with me like that. You know, I just had my first, like, official smack battle in New York, you know, versus Mo 30, but I didn't know motherfuckers was really fucking with me like that. And nigga, they was excited for me to get on that stage, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, niggas wanted to get to Hitman and Arsenal. They actually battled before us. Like, Hitman and Arsenal went on before they battled.
That was when they did the main events first, I think.
Yeah, they battled before us. And when they went, you know, you would think, though, everybody's about to get the fuck on up out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's the true thing. But nah, they actually stayed. And they was fucking with me, man. They was fucking with me, man. You know, Heartless did all right. I fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have a bad record on URL, man.
That was after SM2 though, right?
Was it?
No,
nah,
that was before.
I
That
don't even
Hitman
think Summer
and
Madness.
way before.
Yeah, Summer Madness wasn't even a thing at that point.
Okay,
they hadn't
that
even
was
done
early.
known.
Okay, that was early URL. All right.
Yeah, that was early
Okay.
URL. That was the
Okay.
event before known.
Yeah. That was the one right before. Okay, so
No,
let's
hold on.
fast.
We can't do that though. Hold on, because Summer Madness was before Gnome, though. Summer Madness was a thing before Gnome. Gnome came after.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Gnome was the
Gnome
first.
came
Gnome
first?
came first.
Yeah, with K-Shine versus Calico, Surfing
Yep.
X Factor,
Yep.
Goods and
That was
Hollow.
before SM1?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was right before. That was the event leading
shit.
into it.
I'm wild, and all right, go ahead.
Yeah. So
right.
I want to fast forward to the Motor City Mayhem battle,
Yeah,
which is the first time I seen Young Kannon in action.
Yeah.
You had on a No Mercy shirt.
Yeah.
Which was I just found that to be incredibly funny. But what was the motivation behind the city battle? Because god damn, that was one of them body bags. Like, I think it's underrated in terms of, like, when you list body bag battles, that was one of them. Like, I remember the night that event happened, a whole bunch of people were tweeting like, damn, Big Kannon just caught a mean body. And when the footage came out, M City was actually fighting. Like, he actually did decent. But when it was time for you to rap, it was just like, you just was on 100. So what was your motivation going into that? Did you know, was it originally scheduled as a one-rounder?
I don't know. No, yeah, no, hell no. Wait. No, yes it was. Okay. It was always scheduled as a one rounder, but the thing about that, man, oh my God, it's so much with that battle. I'm glad we even talking about that. Okay. My dude. All right. My battle before that was versus Swave. Swave bodied me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did.
Swave got me the fuck out of there. You feel me? So, but you know what? The battles I lose bad is the ones that I never prepare for. I really didn't prepare for. And that's not good to say, but at the same time, it's true. So I didn't, man, Detroit did me bad, bro. They booed me. They did everything in that battle. They fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't supposed to be on the card. Gracie called Norbs and was like, what's up with my brother? You know what I'm saying? You told me you was getting my brother on this card. What's up? You know what I'm saying? What's up? You told my brother you was gonna get on this card. I was originally supposed to battle Clean that night.
Okay.
I was supposed to, my material that I structured, all of that up until some little pieces that I changed was for clean. So I was supposed to battle clean. They called me and said, nah, we're going to switch it to M City because they gave clean Tay-Rock. So all up into this, you know what I'm saying, they're not promoting. Like URL isn't promoting shit. They're not promoting nothing that got to do with me on the car. I'm seeing trailers dropping. I'm seeing flyers dropping. I'm seeing niggas doing promo on the radio, and they ain't saying shit about my name. So I called Grace again. I said, man, what's going on, man? Like, am I on the card or what? I hit Norbs. Like, am I on the card or what? He said, yeah, man, you on the card, whatever. So, all right, I get M City now. Now it's me battling M City. M City, he's just talking crazy on Twitter. Like, he's talking like, I'm going to destroy Kannon. I'm going to murder him. He's doing interviews. He's doing blogs saying I'm trash. I said, and what pissed me off more about that particular
But let's be
thing.
fair, though. At that time, M City was on fire at that time.
Nah. M City came off of the bill collector battle. You know what I'm saying? And he was okay. You know, he was on fire, you know, I guess. But even with that, M City, he was my friend, bro. Like, I used to, he would call me and I would call him. We would run bars by each other. So when he got on there and was talking crazy like that, I said, you know what? I will never forget it. URL put out a tweet the day before the battle. Well, no, the day of the battle, and said Big Kannon has been quiet. Wonder what that's about. Boom. And all I said was, just watch. So the battle happens. Man, people blowing up my phone. The battle happens. He raps. As he's rapping, all I'm thinking about is, you motherfuckers booed me. All you motherfuckers in Detroit booed me in this wave battle. I got something for y'all. Because I'm hearing them rap, and they're reacting like crazy to this dude. And I knew the material that he was rapping. I'm like, it ain't no way he finna beat me with this shit. So I started rapping. And I knew with the first line I said, because it was a simple line, but the first line I said, they went crazy. Or not even crazy, but they reacted to it. And I said, oh yeah, it's over. If y'all fucking with this, oh, it's over.
Yeah, I'm gonna love all the other shit I got.
Y'all gonna love this shit. So when I started rapping, bro, and then when I got to the part about him being from Ann Arbor and not from Detroit, and they started saying take off, because he had on nothing but Detroit, paraphernalia, So when I started going, they like, lose that shirt. I said, wow. In my head, I'm like, damn, am I fucking this nigga up like this? I guess so. Let's keep it going.
Because you was in rare form that battle. Like, your confidence, your poise, you wasn't letting nothing stop you.
Yeah, bro, because I knew what I had. I knew my material. I knew what I had. And then every line that they reacted to, it just gave me more and more confidence. Because I'm like, yeah, ain't nothing this little dude could do with me. Because I'm like, these punchline niggas, they don't beat me. Like, and still to this day, most punchline niggas have trouble with me. Like, they don't win. So, yeah, that was my thing. And that's all he was a punchline nigga. So I knew I was going to get him the fuck up out of here.
So why did it take so long for the battle to drop?
Politics. What happened was I took another battle. I took a grind time battle. Well, I think it was politics because it took it a year for it to drop. It took a year, like literally a year between M City and O-Red battles. Both of those battles took a year to drop after they had posted, after I battled. Like, that really stopped my momentum. killed my momentum, because both of those battles were great looks for me. Bodied M City, did M City pretty bad. And then coming off of O Red, that was a classic battle between us. You know what I'm saying? That had my biggest moment of my career. And now imagine if that was 1 year earlier. I could have kept the ball rolling with that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But whatever.
So the O Red battle, did that happen before the city battle dropped, or?
Yeah. The city battle dropped, like, because listen, what's crazy? What made, to me, I swear, to this day, I believe what made that O Red battle drop, because they waited a year after that, literally a year. It was the day they dropped it, was the day of the battle the year before. It took them a year to drop that battle. And what I honestly feel in my heart of hearts is what made them drop that battle was my Black Ice battle. Because that battle I had with Lil Dave, I had a battle with this guy named Lil Dave. And the way I rapped in that shit, bro, it was like, it sent like some echoes throughout the game. It's throughout the culture. And when they dropped it, it was like, man, Kannon is an animal, because I was rebuttaling crazy with that too. You know what I'm saying? My first 12 bars was rebuttals for him too. So it was like, man, where's the O Red battle? And then I put up a post. I said, listen, man, I tagged Smack. I said, if we get 1,000 retweets, Smack said he gonna drop the battle. So he seen the demand, and we got that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But wasn't it audio issues and stuff like that from that?
It was audio issues with that whole event. So what was wrong with mine? You know what I'm saying? So why couldn't mine drop?
That's true. And you did have one of the best rebuttals in battle rap history.
Yeah, clearly top 3. If not the top. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy, I wasn't even gonna say that damn line. In my head, I wasn't gonna say it. In my head, I was like, all right, I didn't hit him with 10. I don't need it. I don't need to say nothing else. But I was like, fuck it. And that's what happened.
Okay. Well, shit. Before we get up out of here, man, just let us know what's next for Young Kannon. Like, my bad. What's next for Big
I can tell you what's next for Young Kannon.
I'm sorry, my fault. Don't kill me.
I can let you know that too.
But what's next for Big Kannon after you got the record out? Is there going to be a real departure from battle rap, or are you going on a fake Arsenal retirement?
Absolutely. I am completely done, bro. I have no desire to battle rap anymore. As much as I love the culture, it's time for me to do something else. The content in battle rap won't allow for me to stay there. Not where my mental state is, not where I'm trying to ascend
it's not
to.
sitting with you spiritually.
Yeah, it's just not sitting with me well. Ain't no God in battle rap, man. There's no God in battle rap. And if for me to ascend and go where I need to go, I need God prevalent. You know what I'm saying? And where I need to go. So right now, I got to get on up out of here. And I love you guys. I love the culture, but as much as I love it, I know that it's time to depart.
Well, listen, my brother, I want to say, man, what you've done in the culture is already more than enough. You know what I mean? If this is your final hurrah, your name is etched in the history books.
Thank you, brother. That means a lot.
Real talk.
That means a lot.
So give them your social media. Let them know where they could download, or not download, but stream the record. Is it on all streaming platforms?
Yeah. So wait, damn, am I still on here? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can't see you.
Oh, okay, all right.
There we go.
So the song is everywhere. Anywhere that you think to go, it's there. Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, it's everywhere. So Dear Battle Rap, just put that in, or Big Kannon, and then you'll see the song. And then social media is always Big Kannon. So check that out, man. And I'm finna shock the world, man, because I know Yeah, a lot of people are not privy to my music yet. Dear Battle Rap is getting amazing reviews from people, and I know that that's just the tip of the iceberg. So I'm finna shock the world.
Okay, okay. Well, that was Truth Be Told, episode 21, featuring Big Kannon. Appreciate you. Always, you know, you need anything, we got you on this side, man.
All right, well, I need you to take them fat ass glasses off right now and live your life the proper way. I'm tired of people saying we look alike. We don't. You look terrible. I look presentable. And that's pretty much it. No mercy. I got a lot of respect for you, fat man.
Nah, likewise, man. Love is
Same to
always
you,
there.
Peso.
You already.
All right, we out of here. Trap New York. Follow us on all social media at the Trap_New York, and we'll be at y'all soon.